What up, y'all? It's your J Divine Martino, and I'm super excited about the day because this is straight up my alley. I always tell y'all that I'm a hip-hop head, and I mean it to the death of me, so I'm super excited to have in the building right now. Let me break it down now, okay? Because we got people in here that's award-winning. We got people with Grammys and Primetime Emmys and Golden Globes. Been in the big... Your first album was back in 92, right?
92, yeah.
Okay,
92.
and we talk about 2024, and this man is still popping right now, more than 15 studio albums later, and an amazing actor. You've been in films with Denzel, quit playing, Keanu Reeves, Queen Latifah, and then we got one half of one of the most legendary groups. I know I came up on the soundtrack, okay? Fruitful solo career, work with names like Tribe Called Quest, Biggie, the late Jay Dilla, who I never had the privilege of meeting. The Roots, Public Enemy. You got compilation albums, the Soul Survivor series, a legendary MC, actor, and a legendary producer, DJ MC, have collabed to give us hip-hop in the purest form, the Auditorium.
Yep, the real way.
Yes, y'all welcome.
Yes,
Common and Pete Rock, and the crowd goes wild. Yes. Y'all welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the tribe. How y'all feeling?
Oh man, feeling good, you know.
Well, y'all sure look good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the melanin is popping.
Thank you.
So the tour life is on right now, the Auditorium Tour.
Yep.
Y'all pulling up to the Fillmore tonight.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that people are very excited to see y'all. Y'all been selling out in the cities that you go to. For everybody watching, what can they expect tonight?
Oh
Man, so listen, we, as you just announced about Pete Rock, he has classics.
He got class.
Classics. So for our show, though we have this new album, the Auditorium Volume 1, so we get into some of those songs, but we go through the classics. We give a pure, like, unadulterated hip-hop loving musical show.
Yeah.
But it still has theater to it, because as you said, I'm an actor too.
Right.
Peter's acting
I'm acting. Look,
he acted on
You got your SAG card, Pete? Let's go.
On stage. You know what I mean?
Peter's doing this thing, like, our show, I'm a believer in shows. Like, even for me, it's like a performance is about, like, really engaging people, connecting with people, creating an experience.
Yeah.
And I've been to shows where I didn't even know who the artist was, but I enjoyed it because they had a great show.
Yeah.
Or if I go see a play, I don't know what it's about, but if it's
engaging,
it's engaging.
Yeah.
So that's what I think they can expect, that hip hop, but it's still on another level of what we're doing performance-wise.
Says hip-hop upgraded.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Constant elevation.
I like it.
Yes.
I like, you know what else I like? I like your website, thecommonandpeterock.com.
Yes.
I checked out the website, and what I thought was so dope, right? Because you kept it in the essence of hip-hop.
Yes.
Y'all got vinyl on there.
Yes.
Y'all got cassette tapes on there.
Yeah.
Y'all got CDs. You know what I'm saying? For every range of life.
Yeah,
I thought that was so dope. Y'all got the merch.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
tell
know
them.
what it is? We remembering how it was when we were consumers in the 90s buying, rap music and remembering seeing that stuff.
And that it's something about that experience of getting, like, a record.
Yeah.
Or a cassette tape. And the merch, our merch has been popping. Like, I'm excited. Like, it's been going crazy at the shows. Like, people have been really buying our merch. So we looking forward to putting that out on our store even more.
I like that because I remember when we used to get the CDs or even the cassette tapes, we would open up the sleeve and read who produced it, who wrote it. Like, you can't really do that as much with streaming. You don't get those details.
Yeah.
So it just took it back. It's really nostalgic. I like that. Yeah. I thought that was a good twist. I just wanted to tell y'all that.
Thank you.
Yes. So let me ask you this. What made y'all get together at this time to do this? The Auditorium, what was the brainchild behind this? What happened? Was there a chance meeting of some sort? What happened?
I think it's needed right now.
Yeah.
Two vintage guys that's experienced in what we do. And, we've been friends for a long time.
Okay.
And, we started working together in the mid-90s.
Okay.
And we did a diss song to Ice Cube.
Just
but we
a
love
little
Ice
something.
Cube today. It's all love.
Shout out to Ice Cube.
Yeah, shout out to Ice Cube.
I've been in the film with him. I got love for
Yes, we love Cube.
Yes, we do. And then after that, it was Soul Survivor.
Yep.
He was on with Nori and Pun on the same beat. And then, our direction. I stayed doing music. He got into acting, and then we just met in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, and it was like, man, watching the hip hop celebration of the 50th anniversary. Just really made me know how much people yearn and love this culture, and it's still loved. And it also brought like some of the traditional hip hop to the younger generation in many ways. They started researching. Like, it's been dope for us to see at our shows. Like, I was seeing like 22-year-olds and like
we seeing a
transcending
younger
generations,
like rocking, like they sitting there saying the words to the new album, and I'm like it's
words?
blowing my mind.
It's a beautiful thing, ain't it?
It's a beautiful. When I don't know, something about when music touches generations, it hits my heart.
Hit you in the heart chakra. Yeah, that'll do it for you. That'll do it.
Yeah.
So let me ask, because this is a perfect segue. What are you feeling about the state of hip hop today? Today's music. What do you feel about what you're hearing on the radio?
Well, I think that hip hop always, to me, has, well, especially now during this time, I won't say always, but throughout time, it has its great moments and his music that is really vibrant and pure and authentic, and then it has some that's just made for commercial use. I would gravitate more to just stuff that has soul to it, whether it's on the radio or not. As long as it got soul, I connect with it. You know? And I do think it's artists out there that are putting quality music. I mean, it's easy. It's an easy one to say, well, Kendrick Lamar is doing it, but I think it's artists like this artist No Name from Chicago who I really dig, and like like Earl Sweatshirt, people from different, like that's not always seen on a commercial scene.
Absolutely.
But they still out there, and they making good joints, and the J. Coles of the world. And like, so I do think it's quality music. I tend to focus on what's the good more than like the stuff that I'm not into, because the stuff I'm not into, I really don't know.
Put too much energy in it.
And listen, I mean, ultimately, I said this in one of my lyrics way back. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating. Meaning, it's like some stuff it might not resonate with me. It's like if I don't like a certain meal, that's just my taste.
Right.
It ain't like it's no right or wrong.
There you go. Ain't no diss.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Let me pose the same question to you, Pete Rock, and more on the producer side of things, because as you see, the producers are getting their props now.
Yes, they are.
They got their tags all through the music. You know who's doing what.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the state of hip hop from that aspect?
I feel like there's room for me to come in and mix in with these guys.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was the mission that I had to complete. Is like, okay, I'm Pete Rock from '90s, late '80s, '90s. How am I gonna mix my sound with the new sound? And I think our audience and the younger audience that we're seeing at our shows says, Pete, you completed your mission.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
Yeah. And by the way, Divine, he got nominated for a BET Hip Hop Award for a producer of the year.
Yes.
When I saw that list,
Let's go.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Congratulations to you too, King.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, that was going to be my next question, because I saw that you both got nominated for the BET Hip Hop Award, which means that you are still relatable. You still standing with the best of them in this day and time, and that should be so heartwarming to you guys. I hope that you're taking it that way.
Very grateful for this. Yeah. Every piece of it, every moment.
Yeah, we both know in this music business, to be in it this many years, you have your ups and downs. You have times where people paying attention to you and they not.
Yeah.
And you still giving your all, and you still working as an artist, and you still love. No matter how much acting I did and do, hip hop, I love creating music. Music, like that's my soul. And so, I love acting. It's my soul too. But my point is that, like, to be in this 2024 and to see Pete Rock's name as a producer of the year, next to all these dope young
Alchemist, Q-Tip,
and like Mustard and different people. It's like, I'm like, man, this is amazing this is an incredible blessing. And I sometimes like I got to take in this moment and just be like,
sit in it for a second.
But I'm such a artist to be like a person that's like, okay, I ain't gonna celebrate in the end zone too long. Okay, let me
Gotta
take
keep
in
it
this
pushing.
moment.
What's next?
Yeah.
But still savor it for a quick second,
yes.
because life moves so fast.
Yes.
And Pete Rock, like your music is still being sampled. One of my favorite albums that came out this year, besides the Auditorium, ladies and gentlemen, is Marsha Ambrosius's Casablanca.
Man,
The sample, I was like,
yo,
quit playing.
yo, that album is crazy.
You got plenty of
album,
samples in that album. That's a testament to you,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of course Dr. Dre
Yes.
executive produced
Yes.
that album, and he got a couple
the
of
big
your
homie.
samples
Yes,
in
sir.
there.
Yes.
So it just shows that you are still very well respected in the industry.
Well, I mean, I worked in Dr. Dre's studio before.
Okay.
And I heard that them speakers in that room, and it did this to my chest, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You just feel it in
That
your
album.
Oh my gosh.
That right there is
Dr. Dre is amazing.
Yeah, she did her thing. She did her
She
thing.
did her
man.
thing.
She did her thing.
Yeah.
So who you listening to now? If I looked in your playlist right now, who you bumping?
Every
Some of everything.
Everything that's good.
I mean,
Good answer.
so my thing is, I ain't gonna front. I listen to a lot of older music, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Like,
do.
I'm a jazz head too. I like, Pete always like, yo, he loved John Coltrane.
I was about to say Coltrane in a sentimental mood.
Come on.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on, we in
Miles
his
is a
city.
Gemini.
Yes, yes.
Yo, Coltrane, man.
Yes,
Come on, man.
I feel you.
And then along with that, just like Denise Williams or Minnie Riperton and just some of that stuff. And that the other day, our DJ Dummy was playing the artist named D-Train. I just love
D-Train,
great
yes.
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
As far as new artists, I've really been digging. It's an artist named Cleo Soul. She's from
Heard of her.
from London, and man, I really like her music. And her they have a group called Salt. And the music is real soulful. It's dope. So that's some of the new.
New guys I like is Coast Contra from LA.
Oh, them
I
dudes
heard
is
of
dope.
him.
They're fire.
Yeah,
Fire?
it's a group. They're a group.
Oh, that's a group. That's not the
Yeah.
gentleman's
That's a
name.
group.
I thought
That's a
that was
group.
his name.
And Raz
Oh.
Cat's son is in the group.
Yeah, it's a,
And they had a song called The Cypher most recently. Are they all on
believe, yeah,
Ross?
I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah,
that's
them-
how I heard
yes,
of it.
yes.
yo, them dudes is them dudes.
They
are
ill.
fire,
I love them dudes.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
Sorry.
Okay, Pete, I got a question for you. Of course, with time comes growth. You know what I'm saying? And we all evolve, and relationships don't always stand the test of time. You've been very vocal about moving on from certain things, certain people, because that's just a part of life. What advice would you give for someone in any situation that's probably struggling from moving on from something, because that loyalty card sometimes blinds us when it shouldn't? And this is a two-part question. What advice would you give to someone that it's time for them to move on from something? And are there any relationships that you would like to salvage that you moved on from?
Of course. I mean, I have no like bitter feelings with anything that's happened that didn't serve me well. You know what I'm saying? I would tell people the same thing, like anything that doesn't serve you well, just make a decision to, do something else.
No malice.
Yeah. No malice at all.
It's just time to move forward.
I'm happy right now.
Yeah.
And so, there's no reason for me to be upset or angry, anything in the past. I mean, I was in the past that way, and I had to figure out how to get out
Let
of
that
it.
go.
Yeah, that's growth, man.
That's
what,
growth.
Like those, like that type of stuff. Like is for me when Pete, like, 'cause this is not the first time he like said that. Like just in our own conversations, like just talking about that type of growth was one of the reasons I felt like when we connected, it was like this was gonna be bigger than us and greater. The music was gonna be even greater because we were connecting as human beings and like really being in tune with ourselves to be like, yo, for me to be like, man, I went through this and I was hurting. I was going through these cycles in my life and then made a choice to do better and started working on myself, my mental health, my spiritual health. Like just like to me, like when people hear the auditorium, I feel like, we both know that God is coming through the music and that it's the expression of two adult men who love this music, but we are where we are in life and we open to expressing those experiences in the truest way.
And it's being received.
Yes, and hip hop is always bigger than the artist because it's such a huge opportunity. I remember, working and, throwing penny savers. I used to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Working in the mall, and then you go from that to this opportunity to make music for people and making money you never made before in your life. That's one of the things I'm grateful for.
Yeah. Well, Common, you're known of course, for your acting. You're known for your amazing music. You also known to date some of the baddest out here. Let me put that mildly.
I knew that was coming.
Okay. I got a 2-part question for you.
Yes.
You and Jenny Jen still kicking it? That's part 1. And part 2 is, do you ever see yourself married one day?
So as far as Jenny Jen,
Jenny Jen.
I
love Jenny.
Absolutely, we are together, and I just appreciate her as a partner, as a woman, as an artist, as a human being. She's a special individual,
and I like her a lot.
Man, it's just I'm just grateful for her. I thank God, and yes, we are good. Marriage is something that if I were to get married, then Jennifer is the person.
Oh, she the prototype?
She is but she's not only the prototype, she is the person.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's one of those things where I'm like always looking at my life and saying, okay, because that's a strong choice to make, and,
absolutely,
and
not to be taken lightly.
not to be taken lightly. And I think, at this point in my life, I feel like when I make these choices, I'm really aware about all my feelings about it, my thoughts, and if I was to make that choice, it would be just coming from the relationship that I'm in, and also me just saying this is what's best for us, and her feeling like this is what's best for us. Because, sometimes I wonder, like, okay, well, I'm at this age, what's the purpose of getting married right now? But it is some purpose in it.
It's purpose.
It's purpose in it. So, if that is to happen, Jennifer.
You just want to make sure it's right.
Jennifer O. Jenny.
Yeah.
Jennifer O. Jenny.
Jennifer O. Jenny. In the essence of pure old school hip-hop.
Yes.
So tonight at the Fillmore, the Auditorium is going to be performing. This is called the Auditorium Volume 1, which leads me to believe.
Yes.
You see where I'm going with this?
I like your belief.
You feeling my belief?
Yeah, we feeling
Okay,
your
if
belief.
you're going to make a series out of this thing?
Yes.
I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, we man, sometimes you just gotta just listen to the creator when he working through you, pay attention, and connecting with Pete has been one of the best inspirations for me, like creatively on music, in a while. So, and it's just like, man, I love the joy I feel in making music, with Pete Rock is just like, man, I love writing. I love the process of him sending me records. I love when he's sending me a beat. It's like, oh man, this is what I got into this for, because I love this. And this is what I'm getting with creating with Pete. So, God willing, it's unlimited amount.
Yes.
Of course.
You feel the same, Pete?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure,
the tickets are still available. Make sure that you log on right now to Ticketmaster.com and get yourself a pair of tickets to the Auditorium Volume 1 live going down tonight at the Fillmore. Common and Pete Rock are going to hit the stage. I'm already following you guys on social media because I know how I get down.
Yeah.
But let the people know how to find you.
Yeah.
On social media, I got a little crazy page called Real Pete Rock page.
I follow you. Pete be a little bit controversial on that page. You know what I mean? You ask really good questions.
Yeah,
put it like that.
yeah.
You put up really engaging posts to
Yes,
make the people.
yes.
Not all the time do people agree.
Yeah, no,
but
no,
it gets them engaged.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's what comes with life. And I really do it. When I have the time to.
Yeah.
I have an assistant helping me to post.
Got you. How about you,
Yeah.
Common?
You can catch me at Common on Instagram. Where else on X, Twitter, yeah.
X. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah, I got Twitter, yeah. So I engage. I definitely engage, but I'm not heavy on it. But I'm
Got
on
you.
it. Yeah, I'm in it.
You get in there when you can.
yeah.
And of course, the Auditorium Volume 1 is out now on all platforms.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you listen this weekend. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You guys, thank you so much
Oh,
for
man.
stopping by the WRB studios to the
course.
Divine Martino show.
course.
Have
Thank
an
you for having
amazing show tonight.
Thank
and
you
make
so
sure
much.
that you come back and see me when you slide back through the
course.
city, okay?
Yes, of
That's a
course.
bet?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Philly,
Love
come
y'all.
outside. Come on out.
Yeah, love, Divine.
Much love. Thank y'all
right.
so much.
Thank you, Divine.
All right, Pete Rock, Common, y'all. Get the album, The Auditorium Volume 1. It's out right now on all platforms. Get you some.